What's up, guys? What's up, guys? I know it says stream offline. That's because I didn't click the stream online button. What's up, everybody? Real fast, just give me a 1 if you can hear me, 1 if you can see me. That way I know you guys are getting it. What's up, Eli? I know you've been waiting for a while. What is up? All right, awesome. You guys can hear me. We've got a webinar. And look at the size of this guy behind me. Woo! Yeah. Wow. Wow. Look at that gigantic head. It looks like Cowboy Cerrone, right? Doesn't he? Doesn't he? I actually have that on my to-do list to contact the cowboy and see if he'll come and live stream with me. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Awesome, guys. We'll just give it a couple minutes to give some people a chance to come in here. We'll give them a few minutes. So, welcome to the webinar, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. First VIP webinar. What's up, Gabriel? What's up, Will, Sean, Eli, Daniel, FC? Who else? Manuel, Stan, Charles. What's up, everybody? What's up, what's up, what's up? All right, cool. Thanks for being here. Awesome. Gabriel, what's up? Mark, how you guys doing? All right, so we're going to give some people a chance to kind of stream in because I know it may be, I don't know, when people will come whenever they come. So, to begin with, what questions do you guys have? Do you guys have any questions? In crypto love we trust, yeah. Thank you, thank you. I should have put a disclaimer in here, not an expert, not a financial advisor, just a person, all right? What's up, John? All right, so guys, if you have any questions, I want to address questions first, and then I have a presentation that I think is going to help all of you guys out, help anyone who's going to be watching this later, because this is going to be posted on the Autopilot site, so everyone will be able to look at this later, to watch it again, or to find it later. But yeah. What cryptocurrencies will go to the moon in 2018? I have a few that I've been looking at. I haven't bought any recently. Well, actually, that's not true. I have been working on this one thing, which I'll share with you in a little bit. All right? But I'm not going to tell you which cryptos are going to the moon in a second. All right? I will tell you that the cryptos have been going insanely wild recently. Like, insanely out of this world wild. It's awesome to watch. It's awesome. There's a lot of money there. There's a lot of money out there. Whew. And there's a lot of FOMO and FUD going on. All right, a lot of people buying in at all-time highs. A lot of people getting scared when. I mean, there's not many lows right now, but a lot of people buying at all-time highs. I, as a rule, do not buy at all-time highs. Sometimes I want to, but no. Let's see. Do you get a crypto cup? You mean like a crypto love mug of truth and justice? You can get one of these, all right? On the YouTube page, if you look in the bar, it's got one of those things that says Shopify. You can go pick up one of these bad boys at the Shopify store. Someone actually won it the other day. I sent it to him, so he's going to have his in a little bit. Best exchange for non-Coinbase trades. I recommend Binance Exchange. I have a whole video on Binance Exchange and also setting stop losses on Binance. So I strongly recommend Binance. Just because they have good customer support. They list a lot of the latest cryptos. They have both Ethereum and Bitcoin pairings. They also allow stop losses now. Let's see. All right, so stick to one first. Let's see. Is there a tool to see which crypto has evolved the most in 24 hours, but let's say in 10 minutes? Not that I know of. All right. What I'll do is you can kind of in Bittrex, because that seems to be one of the faster exchanges. You can go, and if you set it to the minute candles, or yeah, if you set it to the minute or 30-minute candles, you can go and see which ones are moving really quickly, and you can go from one to the next to the next to the next. And generally the ones that show up when you go to like BTC Market, those ones will be, here, I'll just show you guys what I'm talking about. That'll make it easier. I'll show you. All right, so if you go to Bittrex, and then you go to markets, and oftentimes the top movers will be turning up here and also right here. These ones will be the ones, even the quickest changes. So you can go there, and then let's say you just, for whatever reason, I'm just choosing this at random, but with the 30-minute candles, you can take a look and see what's happening. If you have a lot of green candles, if you have a lot of volume, like what's going on right here, you might say, hey, that one's moving. All right. Let's see. Bitcoin gold added to Coinbase. What are my thoughts? Yeah, probably. I mean, Coinbase just had that announcement about new coins being added. I think it probably will be the Bitcoin gold and Bitcoin Bcash, because they still haven't added those for people who are holding Bitcoin at the time. So I think those will probably be some of the ones they add in 2018. I hope they'll be adding some other cryptos. They're supposedly going to be adding a whole bunch of different cryptos to Coinbase, but that's all speculation. Nobody knows for sure. John, since cryptos are going insanely wild, should you wait before making your first purchase? If so, until when? Yes, I would absolutely say be hesitant, all right? If you haven't watched the video yet on how to trade for profits, okay? Anytime you buy a crypto, as soon as you buy it, you also want to set a stop loss, because that'll get you out of the trade if things go belly up, all right? So Bitcoin is generally moving up all the time. Cryptos right now are moving up ridiculously, and you can make a lot of money. Don't put everything into cryptocurrencies right now, especially if you're new. If you're brand new, I would recommend holding at least 50 to 75% Bitcoin, all right? Cryptocurrencies, you can make a lot of money really fast, but also if you don't do it right, you can lose a lot of money very fast. So any cryptocurrencies, if you are brand new, just focus on Bitcoin and start learning more about cryptocurrencies, because guys, there's going to be a lot of time with cryptos, and cryptos, there's a lot of money to be made. There's also a lot of money to be lost. It's very volatile, and really probably in 2 to 3 years, most cryptos that are here today won't exist. All right. So take your time. Don't feel like you need to get into cryptocurrencies immediately. You can do it in the future. Okay, so should I wait to buy? Gabriel asked, should I wait to buy? I wanted to dollar cost average, but it was high on Friday. I think it will drop soon. So Gabriel, the whole thing with dollar cost averaging is you do not think about it. Dollar cost averaging is non-emotional. I'll go over this a little bit later today, but it's non-emotional, and for that reason, you just buy it on Friday. Price is high or low, you just buy it same time every Friday, or anytime on Friday, or anytime whenever, but just buy it regularly on the same day. That'll do whatever. Have you pulled back on your Bitcoin stance and added more alts? Bill, I actually haven't. I'm still holding a bit of Bitcoin. Reason for it being I moved a lot more towards my ledger, so I'm still, I'll be honest with you, Phil. Okay? I have a lot more confidence in Bitcoin than I do in most altcoins. There are a few altcoins, which I'll name at the end of this episode, that I do have a lot of confidence in. But I think altcoins are a lot of speculation, and I think a lot of them won't be here for the long run. I have a lot more confidence in Bitcoin. So yeah, I haven't, to answer your question, no, I haven't bought in a lot more altcoins, but I'm looking at some altcoin projects to get into, and I'm going to share those later, ones that I think are potentially undervalued and could go up quite a bit. Okay, so Mark, you have a question about exchanges getting pretty confusing because the amounts are all on Bitcoin. Is there any way to have it display in USD? Might make it easier to know where I'm at in dollars. All right, so here's what I'd like to say to that. First thing is, I gotta just stop going out of full screen here. Okay. First thing is, once you put your money into cryptocurrencies, really the only cryptocurrencies that you should be thinking about in terms of dollar comparison are ones that you can actually buy with US dollars or with whatever currency you guys have locally. So for instance, on Coinbase, you can buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. Those are the only ones that that dollar comparative actually matters. The rest of them, every other cryptocurrency, the only thing that matters is Bitcoin comparative, because basically it's not worthwhile to hold any cryptocurrency unless you can do better than holding Bitcoin. All right? It just doesn't make sense. It's a waste of time, it's a waste of energy, and it's a waste of your money. So if whatever cryptocurrency position you have can't do better than just holding Bitcoin, you shouldn't be in it. So I hope that answered your question there. If you need to track how much you have of whatever, go get the Blockfolio app. I'll show you that here. It's a free app. All right, you can get it on iPhone and Google. It's free. You just put how much cryptos you have in there, how much Bitcoin, altcoins, and it'll tell you how much in US dollars you have. So if you want to track it that way, you can. But in terms of US dollar comparative and Bitcoin comparative, the only ones that you should ever look at in US dollar comparative really are Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. The rest of them, just look at Bitcoin comparative. Let's see. My method for keeping track of all my gains. I start off on GDEX. Yeah, so Mark, same thing. For keeping track of gains, you can use Blockfolio. Honestly, guys, I don't overthink it. I have stuff set up pretty much automatically. So I don't, you know, when I find a cryptocurrency that I want to get into, I buy it, I set a stop loss, and I forget it. All right. I also set a sell alert on my phone. So if it doubles, I sell off half, and then I forget it. All right. If the sell alert goes off on my phone, then I sell half of it, and then I'm in it for free. If the stop loss goes off, then it's just back in Bitcoin. So I really don't overthink it. I actually set it up completely to where I don't have to think about it. I'm not on the exchanges. Most days I don't even go on exchanges. I just take a look at stuff on CoinMarketCap. So I spend most of my time here. And when I find something I want to buy, then I'll go to exchange. I'll either buy it or set a buy order at a certain price, and then I'll set a stop loss and a sell alert. And I use Blockfolio to set sell alerts because a lot of exchanges won't let you. All right. Let's see. How do you know when a coin has reached an all-time high and not just a during the way all-time high? Okay, yeah, so you never know. There's no way to know. You can't know if, you can't predict the future, all right? But there are a couple things that you may find helpful. So number one, if I think it's at an all-time high, I rarely ever sell out of a position 100% all at once. The only times I do that are with stop losses. So stop losses, I'll sell out completely. Most of the time when I sell a position being profitable, I'll sell off half or however much to make me be in there for free. And then from that point, whatever I do, it doesn't matter. Okay? Because even if I sell it at less, it was still free. So, but here's something that could be helpful. All right? I don't actually use this myself, but it's something that I thought of. So I wanted to share it with you. Generally with Bitcoin, all right, to help determine what the markets are doing, we use a tool called the MACD. All right, so if you go into Bittrex, I still haven't learned how to do this on TradingView, but you go into Bittrex, you click on Studies, you go to MACD, and you just use the standard things that they have there. Now, I know this is going to be hard for you guys to see, but basically what this does is it shows two different moving averages. It shows the 12-day moving average and the 26-day moving average. All right, so In this example, when the white crosses over the red, like what happened here on November 15th, we have the beginning of traditionally a good bull market. All right, and you see the white is above the red for quite a while. Now you see it, you might want to watch it because we're seeing it somewhat slow down. So this bull market may be coming to a standstill. And just to give you guys an idea of a previous one. So if I can scroll back here. There we go. All right. So same thing happened in August and September for any of you who were around back then. So basically, right down here we had a bottom, July 15th. All right. And the price started going up. You see down here where the white crosses over the red. All right. So that's I believe the 12-day crossing over the 26-day. And so once it crosses over, that means we have some enthusiasm in the market. So that basically was the bull run. All right. And then it slowed down right around here. And sure, it topped off a little bit more. But that's basically the bull run there. So we're looking right now. We could potentially be looking at another bull run in cryptocurrencies coming to a close if this white one goes back over. And that not only affects Bitcoin, that does affect all altcoins as well. So that's why I recommend that if you are in altcoin positions that you don't want to hold long term, that you're not 100% confident are going to do better than Bitcoin, set a stop loss on them. Like sell off half at 10% below what it's at, sell off the other half at 25% below. So that way you can put your money back into Bitcoin, probably at a cheaper price, because Bitcoin over the long term is going up. I tell you this from personal experience. The first altcoin bubble back in May, I didn't do that. And I lost a lot because I didn't do that. All right, I just rode these altcoins down, 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 and some of them still haven't. I mean, I've sold them off now, but some of them still haven't recovered to places that they were back then. So I just tell you guys this as a warning. So, anyways, this MACD thing, I think you can potentially use the MACD on certain cryptocurrencies to help you know if it's reaching an all-time high. However, it may or may not be true. Cryptos are more volatile. Let's see. All right, let's see. Any other questions? Why isn't the block size of Bitcoin increased? Ali, I don't think so. The block size of Bitcoin has increased for a couple things. One, they need to have consensus, and as you saw with the B2X, there was no consensus. Two, it doesn't really matter. So block size limits the amount of information that can be stored in a block. It limits the speed of transactions. But with Bitcoin, Bitcoin now is not a transactional currency. I know there's like all these people saying we're going to start accepting Bitcoin, which is stupid. But Bitcoin is not a transactional currency anymore, at least not in my mind. It is a store of wealth. So gold doesn't need to be a fast way to transact. It's a store of wealth. Same thing with Bitcoin. It doesn't need to be fast to transact. It's a store of wealth. And actually, I have a friend who is an economist, and he actually says that because Bitcoin is slow, it makes it that much more like gold, all right, as a store of wealth. Now, all this stuff is kind of a null argument because Litecoin is working on the Lightning Network and atomic swaps, and once those are completely in place, Bitcoin will be as fast as Litecoin or any other cryptocurrency out there. So it really is a null point. But that's why the block size isn't any bigger. How much percent of my capital do I have in exchanges? I would say less than 25%. Probably. Yeah, I mean, and I have it spread across multiple exchanges. So I realize that any exchange, they're centralized. They could go out. I realize there could be another Mt. Gox with any exchanges. So most of what I have is stored in Bitcoin offline, not accessible to anyone. And like I said, I've completely obfuscated it. So I've made it where, number one, I've made it very difficult to find. Number two, I've made it where even the recovery passwords are completely obfuscated. So the only person who could potentially ever figure it out would be me. And I've hidden that in a few locations. So, you know, that's like me being a, what do they call that? I don't know, like one of those people back in the day who hid gold bars out in like their backyard somewhere. That's me doing it. I'm just trying to be smart, trying to be ahead of the hackers. Bought Qtum on a whim. When do you let it go? You should probably hold on to Qtum. They have some amazing stuff coming up. Actually, Jeffrey, so this is for you. So Qtum, as you guys have seen, Qtum went up enormously over the past few days. Hold on to that. And also on Thursday, I'm having a live stream with Blockchain Brad and Tyler Swope from Chico Crypto. They are both like Asian cryptocurrency experts. So they know all about Neo, Qtum, everything. And so Brad has told me that Qtum has some amazing stuff coming up, like mind-blowing. So if you have Qtum, just hold on to it. Just hold on to it. Obviously set a stop loss, but you'll probably do pretty darn well. Maybe have a Blockfolio tutorial night. Maybe. I'm actually, guys, I'm working on developing my own app. I don't know how soon I'll have it out. I'm in discussions with developers right now, but it's going to be similar to Blockfolio, but it's also going to have some additional features showing you like what type of market we're in, so in terms of investment strategies at that point. So keep an eye out for that, probably in the next month or two, depending upon how fast a developer can do it. All right. How and where do you set a stop loss, Daniel? All right. I think I'm pretty sure that I put these in the in Autopilot, but maybe I didn't. So just look up how to set a stop loss on Binance. And I have this video here where I walk you through how to do it on Binance. I also have one on Bittrex. Right there. And I walk you through how to do it on both Binance and Bittrex. So you can go watch those videos. I walk you through step by step. It's really easy to set up once you understand how to do it. And it literally takes less than 30 seconds to do it for any purchase. Yes, so you can set a stop loss whenever you want. So if you purchased something 2 months ago and you want to set a stop loss now, you can go ahead and do that. Basically, what the stop loss is going to do is sell off whatever cryptocurrency you have if it loses Bitcoin comparative. All right, now for some cryptocurrencies, like for instance, I've sold off some cryptos that I really love, like Neo and Lisk. Not all of them, but portions of them, because they dropped in Bitcoin comparative. So I keep an eye on that, because then I buy back in when Bitcoin kind of stalls. So that's something to look at. What privacy coin do I believe in? I'm actually going to share that at the end of the episode. I have a whole presentation prepared with some things. This is a privacy coin that I am really looking into. I very much like the way that they do privacy, and also the some stuff they have going on, so I'll share that later. All right. Okay, so Sean says, I started less than a month ago and I've been beating Bitcoin by far. I have everything in ADA and Verge, struggling with the idea to sell it and move to Bitcoin. Okay, Sean, so all this stuff that I'm saying is just my impression. Okay? I'm not perfect, okay? By no means. But over the past month, okay, Cardano and also Verge have been explosive, and really everything has, because we're in a very strong bull market. What's going to happen is Bitcoin's going to slow down, if it does, okay? But it looks like potentially Bitcoin could be slowing down soon. Once that happens, all the cryptocurrencies are going to slow down a lot faster. That's generally what happens. Right now, every day there's a new crypto exploding, new one exploding, new one exploding. That's only because we just had this giant run up with Bitcoin. Everybody was putting their money back into Bitcoin, riding that wave up, and then now Bitcoin's kind of staying right underneath $20,000. So everybody can't wait a little bit, and they're putting their money back in altcoins. So those are pumping every day. We see ones pumping. But once it slows down, altcoins are going to start coming down again. You have to do what you're going to be able to sleep with yourself at night, okay? Because all of this stuff, it can be a bit taxing mentally, so you need to be able to go to sleep at night knowing that you're doing okay. the real reason why I recommend holding most stuff in Bitcoin is because of this, basically this article here. All right. I used to hold a lot more cryptos until I saw this graph here. And I've referenced this a lot because I've developed my trading strategy on this graph and it's doing me pretty well so far. But basically, if you guys haven't seen this, this is Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies in days since launch with a price multiplier. And it's a logarithmic price multiplier here. So this is 1, 10, 100,000, 10,000. This red line is Bitcoin. All right, so Bitcoin's definitely going up. The rest of them are going down in general. Some go up. I mean, really, there's a handful that actually do better than Bitcoin. And I'm sure that one there is probably BitConnect, which, whatever. But there's really a handful there that do better than Bitcoin. So my trading strategy, which I tried to outline in Crypto Autopilot for all of you guys, is to hodl your profits in Bitcoin because that is generally going up, and then trade altcoins for gains. So the altcoins get in and out of position. That's what I do. That's what I recommend. I'm not a financial advisor, you guys, but all of my profits I hold in Bitcoin, and I get in and out of altcoins and try and be profitable. So when I get, basically what I do is I do a lot of research, all right? And then I get into an altcoin position, and one of two things is going to happen with that altcoin position. Either I'm going to lose 10%, it's going to set off the stop loss and I'm going to get out of it, or it's going to double, I'm going to take out half so I'm in it for free and get my initial investment back and then decide what to do with that other half. So one of those two things is going to happen. So that's my trading strategy. And yeah. What's the deal with Coinbase? I started with $500 limit 3 weeks ago and now it's only $250. I actually don't know what the deal is. Oftentimes it takes a month in Coinbase before they raise your limit. I don't know why they've lowered it, but I would try contacting Coinbase if you could. Sean says, I've only done a few transactions and multiplied my earnings 36 times. Hodling is stressful. Yes, hodling is stressful. Right now we're in a very strong bull market, so it's hard to make a wrong move in terms of buying altcoins. All right, I'm just trying to teach you the sound underlying investment principles underneath, because this bull market is not going to last forever. Is it where it's going to? I have no idea. I mean, most people who have been in crypto for a long time did not expect it to get this high. Like even myself, I thought at $10,000 Bitcoin would stop. It didn't. It blew through that. It blew through 15,000. Now 20,000 is kind of a ceiling, but we'll see. Christmas is coming up. A lot of people are going to be talking about Bitcoin. A lot of people are giving Bitcoin as gifts. Really, it all depends upon enthusiasm of the market. How much room do I give Bitcoin to set my stop loss? So I do not have a stop loss on Bitcoin. I do not want fiat back. Okay, I've mentioned many times I am 100% all into cryptocurrencies. I believe in them wholeheartedly with every shred and fiber of my being. So I do not want US dollars back. So Bitcoin, I do not have a stop loss set to sell to US dollars. But with all of my cryptocurrencies, I generally set about a 10% drop. Okay, so whatever I buy it at, I set the stop loss about 10% below that. Reason for that is in traditional markets, so normal stocks and bonds, usually a 2% stop loss is what they do there. Cryptocurrencies are much more volatile, so I give it a 10%. For ones that I do want to hold long term, like for instance Lisk, Neo, things like that, I set multiple stop losses. So I'll sell 50% at 10% below, and then I'll sell another 50% at 25% below. So hopefully it won't go that low so I can stay in at least half of my position. All right, so anyone who I have not answered your question yet, we're going to have more questions at the end of this. I just want to get around to the webinar stuff to go over that today, and then we can answer more questions later. So just hang on to your questions. I will get them in a little bit. All right, so that's the end of the questions. Thank you guys for your questions, though. All right, I hope that was helpful. So if you guys have any questions during this presentation in particular, I'll try and answer them for you as we go, or if not, you can always ask them afterwards. All right. Now, I just want to say, everyone, welcome to Crypto Autopilot. So I know I talk about these sick yacht parties, but guys, I really want you to wrap your mind around, we are living in the most exceptional financial period that has ever existed in all of time. All right? There is so much insane wealth that is available out there at this time in particular that there's never been another time like this. Never. I'm pretty sure. Unless like maybe when stocks first came about, maybe that could have been the same type of thing. But cryptocurrencies are a brand new asset class. There's so much money flowing into there, and there's so much technology behind it. So I put this yacht there because, guys, this is really like sick yacht parties. Like, you have the potential here to make generational wealth. Like, over the next few years, there's enough potential for you to set up your family, your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren for the rest of time. So really, guys, take your time, do your work, watch the videos, all that stuff, because this is kind of setting up the foundation for what you can do. And I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen it over the past month, like 36 times gains. That's insane, but that's what's possible with cryptocurrencies. So I also wanted to open up your mind, guys. All right? Every single one of you is only 10 trades away from $1 million. All right? For any of you who think that you're financially limited, you are literally 10 trades away from $1 million, especially in a bull market. Okay, if you start with $1,000 and you double that 10 times, that's over $1 million. So everything that I've put into Crypto Autopilot is stuff that can 100% set you up to be a millionaire. It can blow everything you've ever thought of behind. And I'm going to talk about this more specifically later on in this presentation. But I just wanted to let you guys think you are only 10 trades away from $1 million. Now, first thing I wanted to do is just get an idea of who I'm talking to out there, because I know there's a lot of different people in here. So I want to know, give me a 1 if you own Bitcoin, if you already have purchased Bitcoin, and give me a 2 if you have not purchased Bitcoin, if you don't own any Bitcoin, just so I can know. I'm just going to wait for a second so I can see. All right, good. It looks like most people own some Bitcoin. Some people are getting ready for it. All right, good. Awesome. Very cool. All right, good to know. So the most important step is getting into the market. All right, getting into the market, because you're not going to make any money by sitting on the sidelines. So I'm going to show you a bit more about how to do this in a little bit. Next question is cryptocurrencies. All right. So give me a 3 if you own cryptocurrencies, altcoins, and a 4 if you do not. All right, so a lot of you are into cryptos as well. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, so for those of you already in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, what I'm going to be showing here may seem a little bit basic, but it's a very good foundation, because basketball coach John Wooden, who was in the Hall of Fame both as a player and a coach, he always stressed the foundations, okay? That's what he would do. He said you get the foundational stuff right and everything else will flow from there. So this is basically a foundational type of thing, because I want everyone who's beginning to get this, because this is what's really going to get you in there, get you started, get you on the right track. And then the rest of you, it's also going to be a good review. So next question, who's watched the videos? All right, give me a 1 if you've watched all the videos, And guys, don't try and lie because I can see how many people have watched the videos. And give me a 2 if you haven't. Okay, so everybody's watched all the videos. Interesting. Yeah, guys, I can actually see. I know that about only less than 30% of the people in Autopilot have watched all the videos. So that's okay if you haven't. There's a lot of material to cover. I don't expect you to do it all the time. But basically with the videos, what I intended to do with that was to walk you step by step through the whole way through, and to give you the resources so that you need to get through it. So just yeah, a lot of them are on YouTube, but they're not in order on YouTube, and a lot of people just ask me for same stuff that I've already done. So what we are going to be talking about today, is dollar cost averaging. All right, this is an extremely important concept. I have a whole video about it. If you guys have not watched that video, make sure to watch that video. I walk you step by step through dollar cost averaging. But this is the most important foundation to any investing. All right? Any investing, period, is dollar cost averaging. Because if you plop a whole bunch of money in, you don't know if you're plopping in when it's the highest it's ever been, or when it's the lowest it's ever been, or somewhere in the middle. But dollar cost averaging, you're able to get the best prices. All right. And so basically, what is dollar cost averaging? Dollar cost averaging is you're regularly investing a fixed dollar amount into an investment. So in this case, in Bitcoin. You can dollar cost average into your positions in altcoins. There's no automated way to do that I know of, but there is an automated way to do it with Bitcoin. Now, just to explain it a little bit better for most of you guys, in this example here, this person spends $300 a month investing in whatever they're investing in. When it's $30, that means they can buy 10, and that's in January. Then in February, when it's $10, they can buy 30. When it's $20, they can buy 15, and you can kind of see. So every month they're spending $300, but the amount that they buy all depends on the price. And so when the price is the cheapest, they're buying the most. When the price is $10, they're buying 30 of them. And when the price is most expensive, they're buying the least. So when the price is $30, they're buying only 10. And that is a much better investment strategy than just buying 10 shares every month, because if they did that in January, they'd be spending $300. In February, they'd be spending $100. In March, they'd be spending $200. And really, you get much worse buys by buying a certain amount. So for instance, if you were to buy 0.1 Bitcoin every month, I know that's a lot now, but if you were to buy 0.1 Bitcoin every month, you'd be doing a lot worse off than if you bought a fixed US dollar amount in terms of converting your money to that. All right, now, why we dollar cost average? Well, if you take a look at the chart to my left, I think that's this way. Yeah, probably. Basically, Bitcoin's going up, and dollar cost averaging works phenomenally well on growing markets. All right, so it's a great way to get into Bitcoin. It's also a great way to get into stocks and bonds. That's how I learned about it, by getting into stocks, mutual funds, things like that. Dollar cost averaging. I used to do that with that. Now all my money goes into cryptocurrencies. It's very risky. I don't have a house, a family, kids, anything like that, so I don't have to worry about that, guys. If you have that stuff, do not put all your money in cryptocurrencies. They're risky, but I understand that they're risky. If I lose everything, it's a great learning experience. So basically, Bitcoin's going up, but this chart above my head, that's 1 week of Bitcoin. So depending upon where you buy, you could have bought as low as $1,600, or you could have bought as high as $20,000, or excuse me, $16,000 or $20,000. So really, if you just try and plop a whole bunch of money in on any one day, there's $4,000 per Bitcoin that's up in the air. That's a fifth of however much you're buying that's up in the air if you're just plopping a whole bunch in. So when to dollar cost average, this is based on science. It's on the Bitcoin pub. So if you want to find this stuff, you can look up dollar cost averaging Bitcoin and then Bitcoin pub. And they've done this here. So the best 2 days to dollar cost average. The first one is Friday. So here in the blue, the light blue. And then the second is Wednesday. So guys, to give you an idea what I do, I dollar cost average every Wednesday and Friday. All right. If you didn't want to do it that often, you could do it every Friday. If you didn't want to do it that often, you could do it every other Friday. If you didn't want to do it that Friday, you could do one Friday a month. Or literally, you can do any day, okay? If you get paid on Tuesday and you want to put your money in on Tuesday, you can do every Tuesday. It really doesn't matter. This is just, dollar cost averaging is the important part. The day of the week is a lot less important. I just think this is like the extra little oomph that I can give it by trying to find the best day. So it's not as important what day. The most important part is just dollar cost averaging. So a lot of times people ask how often to dollar cost average. So I got this together for you guys. And basically this shows you what'll happen if you do it, because the answer to how often to dollar cost average, the more often the better. Basically, if you can, ideally you would do it consistently because that's how you'll be able to have the best growth. But as you can see here, daily is better than weekly, weekly is better than monthly. The big thing that's going to stop a lot of people is going to be fees, because every time you purchase on Coinbase, there's fees associated with it. Depending upon, it's about 1.5% for bank accounts, it's 4% for credit cards. So really it doesn't matter with Coinbase how often you dollar cost average. For some other ones, they may have a fixed fee, so associated with each purchase. So you'd have to look at whatever thing you're using to purchase Bitcoin. But with Coinbase, it doesn't matter because it's a percentage of however much you're buying. So in Coinbase, the more often you can do it, the more you're actually going to make. So me personally, what I do, I just do it twice a week, Wednesdays and Fridays, and that's enough for me. So how to dollar cost average? I recommend Coinbase because it's easy, because I can set it and forget it. I don't want to be doing this all the time. But if you cannot use Coinbase, there are some countries where Coinbase is not available. Some people don't want to pay the fees. They prefer to do it on GDAX. So if you do not have Coinbase, or if you prefer not to do it on Coinbase, the best thing is a calendar and an alert. All right. So if you're going to do it every Friday, make sure your phone blows up every Friday until you put your money in there, because the problem with having to do it manually is that you forget to, you're too lazy, you're emotional, you are kind of tight on money that week, whatever it is, all these things crop up, they stop you from doing it. And yeah, so that's that. So guys, anyone who is not doing it right now, give me a 5 if you're going to start dollar cost averaging now. There's probably only a couple people who aren't dollar cost averaging at the moment, but if you guys are going to start dollar cost averaging, just let me know. Let me know I've done something right in the world. All right, awesome. Awesome. You guys, this is literally the foundation of any investing. Dollar cost average, you get your money into the market, because Bitcoin is probably going up over the long term. All right, probably. So getting your money in there is very important. Awesome. It's better to dollar cost average Bitcoin. I would not recommend dollar cost averaging Ethereum. I think Ethereum is going to be gone within the next year. That's personal opinion. That's personal opinion. The reason I say that is they have so many competitors coming out there who are just on the cusp of doing stuff. Ethereum is so held back. It's so limited by scalability that unless Raiden can really come and save them, or Plasma or whatever can come and save them within the next 6 months, they're done, in my opinion. All right, so Nathan asked how often do I put Bitcoin from my dollar cost averaging into my wallet, which I'm assuming he means my ledger. So basically what I do is I dollar cost average every week, and then every couple weeks I'll go in there and I'll just put whatever I dollar cost averaged into the vault, because Coinbase has a vault which is much more secure than just having it in the account, because it requires multiple emails, it requires a few days, phone verification, all this different stuff to extract that from there. So it just adds one layer of security. And then roughly once every month, once every couple months, I'll take whatever's in the vault and put it on my ledger, and that's that. All right, so we'll answer some questions in a little bit. I'll just give you all this stuff, and then we'll just answer questions until our time's up. So this is the bonus stuff. Here are cryptos that I'm looking at, because you guys always want to know what I'm looking at. Guys, take this with a grain of salt. I'm no expert. I've been in crypto for a while, probably longer than some of you guys, but these are just ones that I think could potentially be worthwhile in the future. So the first one, someone asked my favorite privacy coin. By far, Zcoin. Monero is up there very much as well in terms of privacy coins, but by far my favorite is Zcoin. I love the zero coin protocol, so basically every coin is brand new. It has no history whatsoever, so it's completely new. It's based off of Zcash, so it's a fork of Zcash, but every coin is brand new. Also, what's insane is that the circulating supply is so low. It has like 3 million circulating supply. It's one of the lowest things. And if you look at other coins with that low of circulating supply, they're in the hundreds of dollars. Right now, Zcoin is $60 or $80. I don't know. It shot up recently. But plus, they also have master nodes, which I think is very cool. So that is one coin that I'm definitely looking at that I think could go up quite a lot. So that would be the first one. The other three, like I said, I do not believe in Ethereum. I know that a lot of people do. I know I get a lot of flack for this, but I think that Ethereum is a very clogged network. It's worked very well up until this point. There's a lot of cryptos, ICOs that are built on it. It's worked very well up until this point, but unless they can overcome the scaling issue in the next few months, EOS, Lisk, Neo, Cardano, a whole bunch of other ones are going to overtake them. So EOS is one of the ones that I'm definitely looking at, because even at $8, I think it's super cheap. It's built by Dan Larimer, who's also done Steemit and BitShares. He's already had 2 successes on the blockchain. How many people have already had 2 successful things on the blockchain? I mean, what's his name? Chris Hodgkinson, the dude behind Cardano. He's had 1 success. He's had Ethereum Classic. So that's pretty darn good. But to have 2 successes on the blockchain already, that's mind-blowing. All right. But also Lisk and Neo. Lisk, I think that they're doing it right. Okay. They have a very novel concept. Their whole platform is built upon getting user adoption. All right. It's very simple. It's all in JavaScript. And also in February, they have a huge relaunch coming up, and they've said they're doing like a Steve Jobs Apple keynote type of relaunch, rebranding. So it's probably going to be huge. That one I think is going to do very well. Also Neo. So guys, make sure this Thursday, if you can be there for the live stream, be there. If you can't be there for the live stream, watch it afterwards. I'm talking with Blockchain Brad, who is like the world's foremost Neo expert. I'm also talking with Tyler from Chico Crypto, who's one of the smartest dudes I know about, who knows about cryptos. And I know he like smokes and drinks on his channel, so people think that he's stupid, but he actually is brilliant, and the amount of research that he does is mind-blowing. So I'm going to be live streaming with both of those guys, talking about Neo. And also, guys, Neo is not just Neo. I'm not sure if you know this, but Neo has so much stuff involved with it. Ontology, a whole trust network that they have, and a whole bunch of other stuff, which Brad is going to help enlighten us towards. And then with that, a couple other ones to look out for. I just put these ones there because they are other cryptos that are available. They're involved in the whole Chinese network of cryptocurrencies that could potentially do pretty well. However, I haven't done much research into these. These were just mentioned to me by Blockchain Brad. I just want to bring them up to you guys. Icon and also Red Pulse. So I have not done my research on those, but I wanted to bring those to you guys because you're here. You guys, you get to know everything. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk about, 10 trades away from $1 million. Some of you guys may be saying impossible, and just slap yourself upside the head because it is possible. And here's how. First thing is, you need a bull market because it's going to be very hard to make these trades in a bear market. And for those of you who don't know what a bull market or bear market is, bull market means it's going up. Bear market means it's coming down. All right. For you guys who have not been in a cryptocurrency bear market yet, it's rough. Everything's in the red pretty much every day for however long until whatever. You need to set stop losses. So basically, your 10 trades, you double 10 times, you're going to be at $1 million. So you get into something that you believe in, it either doubles or it gets at the stop loss, you lose 10%. Well, guess what? With that happening, for every double, if you have 5 losses, you're going to be equal. So there's really no reason to lose money here, especially in a bull market when everything's going up. And this is something that I've seen recently. I think Icon's logo is ICX. All right, but do your research on that one, guys. I have not done any research on that on Icon and Red Pulse, so please do not go doing anything without doing research. All right. Looking for gain. Oh, right. So looking for gainers between this time period. So between 12 o'clock and 4 o'clock UTC, which for Eastern Standard Time is between 7 a.m. and 11 a.m. I don't know why, but this past week with Bitcoin exploding and then Litecoin exploding and then Ethereum exploding and then Ripple exploding and then Neo and Lisk exploding and also whatever, I've been looking at them and most of them start exploding for some reason between 12 o'clock and 4 o'clock UTC. I don't know why. I haven't figured that out yet. But they start exploding there and then they ride up the rest of the day. So for me, it's between 7 and 11 a.m. and then they ride up the rest of the day and then they reach whatever point. So make sure you take a look during those time periods. That's when I would start looking for some of those explosive cryptocurrencies because that's the times when it seems like they're all starting to explode. It was in this picture here above my head. You can't see it as well there, maybe if you zoom in. But basically right at 12 o'clock UTC, Bitcoin started exploding. And that was on the 6th, on the 6th when it exploded. Went up for 2 days, started right there. Same thing with Litecoin, with Ethereum, with Ripple, and I think also potentially with some of the other ones. So that would be the time period that I would recommend looking if you have the time to do it. This is not for everyone, all right? But if you have the time to do it, if you have more time than money, that's when I would start looking for cryptos that are starting to move, all right? And I would recommend looking for cryptos that are good projects. Do not put your money into shitty ones. And if you want the easiest way, if it's in the top 100, it's probably close to a good project, all right? If it's in the top 50, it's a good project. Exceptions, BitConnect, whatever else. But if you do not know, do not put your money into anything you do not understand. So there's no reason to buy cryptocurrencies. You can make good enough money just holding Bitcoin, all right? But if you do know what you're doing buying cryptocurrencies, this is for you because literally you are 10 trades away from $1 million. You double your money 10 times, you're a millionaire, all right? Am I still using Binance? Yes. All right, so I guess that's it for me. I'm done ranting and raving. All right, so if you guys have any questions, I'll answer questions for another like 10 minutes or so, and then I think we'll be good. Thoughts on Dash? I think Dash is a good one to hold on to. I've actually thought about hedging my Bitcoin against Dash because if you guys saw when there was that whole Bitcoin Cash, excuse me, I'm calling it the wrong name, that Bitcoin Bcash squabble, if you saw when that was going on, Dash really rose up. Dash does have a very good community. It has some privacy stuff going on. It is digital cash. It's very fast transactions, master nodes, all that stuff. So I think Dash is a good one to potentially hedge against Bitcoin. Do I hold any? No. I still, until proven otherwise, I'm holding most of my stuff in Bitcoin. And I realize that's risky because it is kind of diversified, but from that graph, I just can't get it out of my head. All right. Can I give tips on mining as well? I will look into doing that. I actually, one of the members from the community, Sammy Arias, he is working on the VertChain one-click Yeah, the one-click miner that they have on Vertcoin. And so as soon as he has that set up, we're actually going to do a mining live stream with him. I also know the top cryptocurrency mining channel in France. So my buddy Julian, he doesn't speak that great of English, but potentially we could do a mining thing with him because he's been mining for years and years and he really knows what he's doing. Have I done research on VeChain? I have. I've done a whole video on VeChain. So that was back in whenever. It's kind of the same, on the same scale as Walton Chain, kind of the Internet of Things, getting everything onto the blockchain. Could potentially be big. I'm not that concerned about that stuff. Guys, me personally, I'm more involved in the ecosystems like Neo, the platforms like Lisk, EOS, because I think those could be a lot better than just these little teeny things. I did not see the stream from Michael on box mining. Maximum number of active trades at once. I would say no more than 5. That's personally. I would say no more than 5. However, if you need to, you can certainly do more than that. But really, 5 gives you the ability to kind of evaluate them and see what's going on. And I set my stuff up to set it and forget it. So there were times when I had like 20, 30 cryptos, especially when I was beginning. All right. But the first, I got in right before the first altcoin boom, the first altcoin bubble. And really, they were just exploding, kind of like what they're doing right now. Okay. They were just exploding. So anything I bought, I just made money left hand over fist. All right. And it's a good way to do it. But then I just held on to those because I was like, oh, they're going to keep on making money. And they didn't. They just bottomed out. So I have a feeling this is another altcoin bubble we're seeing right now. So make sure you set your stop losses on that stuff. That way, if they go down, you can get money back. You can get your money back into Bitcoin, which is probably going up over the long term. And yeah. But in terms of active trades, for me right now personally, 5, because I can evaluate them. I can see what's going on. I really don't want to put my money anywhere other. But I mean, you guys can spread a big net if you want to. This is just my recommendation, what I do personally. Okay, if you guys want to spread a big net, if you want to buy a whole bunch of things and then see which one goes up, fine, go for it. Because the more cryptos you buy, the bigger chance you have for one exploding. But I wouldn't do that anymore. That's just what I'm saying. If you really wanted my advice, if you do not live in the United States or China or Singapore, wherever that is, you can invest in ICOs. All right. If you really want to spread your net and make absolute killings, start investing in ICOs. That's the way to make funny money. All right. You can buy it at 10 cents. It gets released. It's already up to $1, and then it goes up to a few dollars. You can make funny money with ICOs, but you have to think of it as you buy 10 and 9 of them do terribly. 1 of them does absolutely exceptionally, makes all your money back. If you guys don't know, Ian Bellina has a very good channel reviewing ICOs. So if you guys do want to take a look at those, look at his channel. He does a very good job reviewing ICOs. Buy today or wait for Wednesday for my dollar cost averaging. Gabriel, I think I answered this question for you before. Didn't I? Just dollar cost average, pick a day, and just that's your day for dollar cost averaging. Don't think about it, okay? It's not, I mean, if you have extra money other than your dollar cost averaging and you want to put it in today, go ahead. Like, anytime I see Bitcoin price drop significantly, if I have extra money, yeah, I put it into Bitcoin. But I still just dollar cost average every Wednesday and Friday, just like clockwork. It's automatic. It gets done without me thinking about it. Vertcoin, I think Vertcoin's awesome. I think it's going to do very well. I think it still is underpriced, especially with Litecoin at $300 right now. The next closest coin is Vertcoin, and that's only at $8. So yeah, that could definitely go up. Since Neo and Dash is rising, do you still believe it's a good time to buy? I think Neo still has a lot of place to go up. Let me just take a look at this. And the crazy thing is, I was telling my brother this, the other day I was just tooling around and I saw a pattern on Neo that I was like, ooh, yeah, Neo could go up quite a bit. And then it did. And man, kicking myself for not buying more when I saw that. But I'll show you guys the pattern and show you what's going on with that. So this is 4 hours, 1 day. All right. There we go. So basically, the other day I was just looking at NEO and I spotted this pattern here called a descending wedge. Wait. We'll try that again. Now, I'm going to do some stuff on altcoin or on trading patterns because they are important to see. But this is a descending wedge here. So basically, the top line is coming down faster than the bottom line. All right, so it's wedge shaped, but it's descending. Top line's coming down closer than the bottom line. And oftentimes this is a good indicator. It means that the price is going to jump up. Well, I literally saw it that day, and I didn't pay any attention to it because I was like, yeah, I should do a video about this, but I've been so distracted doing all this other stuff. So I didn't even really think twice about it. Well, literally a day later, boom, gets outside of there. That's a good time to buy. When it does get outside of there, that's a good time to buy. Now, right now, is NEO's price going to keep going up? I don't know, but I do, from all the research that I've done, I really think that NEO is going to be like this insane ecosystem. And if you doubt me at all, and you should, because I don't know the answers, okay? Do doubt me. This Thursday, I'm going to be talking with Blockchain Brad and Tyler from Chico Crypto. They are like two of the foremost NEO experts in my mind. Like Brad actually talks with Da Hong Fei from NEO, okay? Which is just mind-blowing. And so he's going to be able to answer a lot of questions. So make sure you guys check out that on Thursday. Let's see. If you use a credit card on Coinbase, it'll go faster. But I think anywhere where you have to wire money, it takes 5 days. You can use a Bitcoin ATM. So if you want to use cash, use a Bitcoin ATM, paper wallet, or whatever wallet, and you can send money there immediately. The fees are higher on Bitcoin ATMs. Is VeChain still a good purchase at 165? I have no idea. How much weight do you give TA in the crypto world? So far, you know, Phil, the more I use it, the more I see that it still works in cryptocurrencies. I mean, granted, these are very emotional markets, all right? It's most people who just FOMO and FUD all day long. But every time I'm seeing stuff, double bottoms. There's been 2 double bottoms, 2 for 2. I mean, granted, it's only an N of 2, but 2 for 2 double bottoms that I've seen that actually were profitable. This right here, descending wedge, broke out of there, making some money. We'll see how far that goes. So far, I think these trading patterns do work in cryptocurrencies. But again, I'm not a technical analyst expert. I just do it as a hobbyist. I taught myself. I watch some other people who do it. And the more I learn, the better I get. But still, it's far from perfect. Yeah, Mark. So you're in it for the long haul. Would you like to dip into profit so you can start eliminating your current debt in the fiat world? Any suggestions? Yeah, I would say don't. This is just my suggestion, and this is what I'm doing because I still have debts in the real world too. All right, but over the next couple of years, the U.S. personal opinion. I am a conspiracy theorist. This is just a warning, okay? But over the next couple of years, the US dollar is going to become absolutely worthless. So any debt that I have in US dollars is going to be nothing. Nothing. It's going to disappear. All right? So I don't worry about it. I pay the minimum payments and I just forget about it. Because really, I'm just making insane profits in Bitcoin and cryptos. And I don't care anymore. Like money's looking like funny money. just because of how quickly it grows in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. My recommendation, I'm not a financial advisor, go seek a financial advisor, whatever, but don't worry. Pay the minimum payments, make sure you pay those payments, but don't worry about debts in the real world. That's what I'm doing. That's what I think is going to happen. Yeah, we'll see. You know? All right. Any other questions from the beginners out there? So not like, I'm not going to tell you like, is it a good time to buy this crypto? You guys watch the videos. I show you how to do your research. If it's at an all-time high, do not buy. I'm giving you that advice. If it's at an all-time high, do not buy. Because it's going to be coming down. Let's see. Yeah, for the stop losses, you do need to leave your cryptos on the exchanges. So that's another reason why I don't have very large crypto positions, because I realize that they could be lost on exchanges. But I also have them spread out along a bunch of different exchanges. So if one of them goes down, I don't lose more than like I don't know, maybe like a 1/6 or a 1/10 of everything I have in there. Let's see. What do I think about Dogecoin? I hope you're kidding. Dogecoin is a joke. I only buy coins that are really good projects because most of them are jokes. Most coins out there are jokes. You may be able to make some money in them for the time being. Most cryptos probably won't exist in 2 years or so. I only put my money into really good projects. Like if I do not know what it is, if I do not believe in it 100%, then I will not put my money in it. So Dogecoin is a joke. I do not put my money in it. What do I do when evaluating an altcoin, Nathan? In the bonus section, or is that, which section is it in? In one of the sections, I forget which one off the top of my head. I have a whole video about what I look for in cryptocurrencies. So there is a video, I think it's in module 3. What I look for in cryptocurrencies, go watch that video. Eli, great question. She's married. And she was just recently married. Yeah, so no, unfortunately. But, you know, it was still nice to go out there and chat with her. So Zcoin and Neo, they're at all-time highs right now. No, I'm not buying them, but there are ones that I'm definitely looking at that I think could go up. Right now, at this moment, I'm not buying anything. I'm happy with holding most of what I have in Bitcoin, some Neo, some Lisk. I think that one of the biggest problems is everybody's looking for the next coin to buy. Why do you need to buy another coin? Why do you need to buy another coin? You shouldn't have to buy another coin. All right? You should make sure that all coins that you do have are awesome. Because if they're not, sell them. All right? And then do research about what's going to be the next big coin. I get it. When I was new, I was buying coins like every day. I'd watch a video and somebody would say this and I'd be like, oh, awesome, I'm buying it. And this one, oh, awesome, I'm buying it. And right now that works because we're in a very strong bull market. And right now is another altcoin bubble. It works. So you can buy any coin you want and it's probably going to do very well right now. Once things slow down a little bit, it's not going to work. So I want to tell you guys, be cautious. Okay, taxes in the US, I don't really care. I have an accountant deal with that stuff. I don't know. I have no idea. Somebody asked me about taxes. I really don't know. I don't think the US knows what to do about taxes, so I don't know. What? Superman gave me a shout out? That is crazy. Can't believe he watches a channel. That's nuts. Yeah. How about that? I'll have to check that out. Maybe he loves the channel because it's called Crypto Love. Maybe. Cool. So, guys, are you going to the super conference? Oh, guys, you should know, if any of you are in Florida or in the United States or want to travel, in January, the 18th and 19th, I am going to the North American Bitcoin conference or blockchain conference in Miami. So I will be going there. I'm going to be letting everyone know. We can all hang out. We can grab drinks. We can get fucking wasted together. Have a fun time. Do whatever. So if you guys do want to go to that, yeah, if you guys are in the area, we can hang out, whatever. But that's something I will be at. So I thank everyone for coming and hanging out. I'm probably going to do... This isn't 100% because, guys, like I said, I'm super duper busy putting together a whole bunch of stuff for all you guys. But I may do another one of these in 2 weeks instead of waiting the whole month, just to give you guys more content up front. But I will let you know about that. I'm going to be on Discord and also Facebook. So if you guys have any questions that I didn't answer today, just on the Discord chat, use the @CryptoLove thing. That way it'll call me out and I'll be able to see that because I can't read through all the comments. Also, on Facebook, you can ask me questions there. I'll answer your questions. Guys, if you haven't, watch the videos. The videos are the main part of this. I put the videos there to walk you through step by step, to tell you everything about what I do. All right? So watch the videos, all of them. I can see who watches the videos. Less than 30% of the people have watched the videos. So watch the videos. And then, yeah, that's it. I thank you guys so much for hanging out. I will see you guys soon. Tomorrow we have a late night live stream. All right? Thursday is a Neo live stream. Make sure you be there or at least watch it. Okay? This stuff is going to blow your mind, what's happening with Neo. And so make sure you watch that stuff. You get the secret Facebook page by... you just need to, in Autopilot, you just need to click the link there and then give the name and email address you use on Facebook, and then I will add you to it. The only way I can do it is by adding you to it. All right, cool. So, Avijit, I already spoke about that stuff. You'll have to watch this again. All right, cool. I will catch you guys later. Love you very much. Peace.